Rajkumar ji, CMD BPCL, Dr. Didar Singh, Secretary General FICCI, Mr. R.S. Sharma, Mr. Sen Gupta, Vivek Pandit ji, my esteemed colleagues from the Ministry and the oil marketing companies and the gas marketing companies who are present here, and distinguished delegates. At the outset, I must sincerely apologize for the absence of our secretary. He had a personal bereavement because of which he had to leave Delhi, and he is in his hometown. Friends, after a scintillating presentation by Mr. Sen Gupta and informative talk by Mr. Rajkumar, let me just make a few points, and I think that will be what you can call the inaugural address. First of all, I am very happy that we are able to bring this parallel track back into action. One of the things I have learned while working in the oil and gas ministry is the uncertainty of oil prices. So in the last few weeks, in addition to this uncertainty, there was an uncertainty about the parallel track on retailing also. Let's hope we put this behind us, and we, in fact, my personal feeling is we should make it an annual event, and once in 2 years it could be a parallel track of Petrotrek also. Friends, why is this event important? I keep saying to some of my colleagues here, let me repeat what I keep saying. Mr. Sen Gupta said we are 10 years behind the Western world in terms of fuel retailing. Frankly, I don't know whether it's 10 years, 4 years, 6 years, but I'm sure the House will agree in terms of the way retailing is evolving, general retailing, traditional retailing. Fuel retailing is perhaps the least affected by disruptive innovation, disruptive transformation, whatever we call it. So I keep saying to my friends, I perhaps perceive it as a lull before the storm. Are we prepared for a disruptive innovation when it comes in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years? Mr. Sen Gupta, may I mention to you, the digital part of what you mentioned is, in my view, something which we are prepared for. I think all the people who are present here can easily adapt to the use of wallets, use of apps, some of those technologies to sense the vehicle is coming, sense the consumer is coming, and perhaps sense the fact that the LPG distributor is coming to deliver LPG, and the housewife readies her wallet or readies her mobile to make the payment. But are we prepared for things like some of them you mentioned? The world is talking about various things, electric cars. If you look at the debate in US, people are experimenting driverless cars. I don't know whether it will, where we'll go in terms of driverless cars. We are convinced about one particular aspect, and the entire expert industry is that we'll have less of cars. People own less cars is something which everybody is convinced about. It's already started happening in India also in some ways in the metros. So a lot of people are using now more of these shared cabs or whatever we call them. So this is one thing we have to be prepared for, a moderated growth in passenger car vehicles in future. But I'm sure there is something more happening. So this, I would request the August gathering here to discuss the various possibilities which could perhaps be a disruptive innovation or disruptive transformation for the fuel retailing industry, and we have to keep meeting to discuss those things and keep preparing for those things. Otherwise, one of my favorite shops is a bookshop, and I find now there are no bookshops in the country. So bookshops are just not there because of the disruptive innovation of the e-retailers and all that. Friends, just to share my views on the energy, the subject of today. In my view, from the ministry perspective, there are 3 key challenges before us, and which I am sure the group will address. The energy access issue. A lot of people in India still don't have access to a clean cooking fuel, which we are trying to address through Ujjwala Yojana, and hopefully we'll be able to do it next 4 to 5 years. This is one aspect of energy access. The second aspect of energy access, in my view, is the untapped potential for domestic gas, or what we call the PNG, in the urban areas. So a lot of demand, but we are not able to perhaps meet it because of various issues of gas marketing and the ecosystem related to city gas entities. This is one aspect of energy inclusiveness access. The second thing I feel is what Mr. Sen Gupta has already touched upon, is the quality of services. So whether we have disruptive innovation or not, we have to evolve over a period of time. We are evolving, but we have to evolve perhaps faster. The quality of services we provide as a fuel retailer have to be ramped up very fast, whether it's the mobile wallets, whether it's the general behavior we extend to the customer at the last mile, at the point of sale. We have to ramp up our quality of services. And the third suggestion, the third challenge I feel is to create an ecosystem of innovation, startups, and a knowledge ecosystem. A few days back, some young people came and met me from Bangalore, and they were talking about having come back from US and having started a small new company to address the issue of, so you know, we all need, people in the industrial sector need fuel for things like DG sets and other fuel requirements in the industrial sector. And the industry feels that it's a challenge to get that requirement met in a seamless manner. So they have to engage a person to go to the nearest outlet to take 100 liters of petrol, diesel, whatever, or 200 liters. So they were thinking about how to make it very easy for the industries to get fuel for their immediate requirements in seamless manner. So I think the challenge for the house is, the challenge for the marketing sector is to have an ecosystem where people, young people, think about these issues. Some startups come up. Now, CNG fueling, one issue which keeps grueling us is how can we reduce the speed of CNG fueling. So let some young people work on the concept of reducing the speed or reducing the time taken to fuel a vehicle with CNG. Can we have more modern dispensers for fuels in the days to come? So I think what I was trying to say is, one side we have to have energy access, and we have to improve the quality of services, also create an ecosystem where we have people work, young people, bright people work on new technologies, new ideas, new business transformations, and that will be a really good way to address the marketing needs of an ever-growing industry, ever-growing middle class, ever-growing country. We are already growing at almost 8 to 9% in terms of liquid fuel consumption. So we have to evolve as we meet the needs of the ever-growing consumer base. I want to conclude by personally thanking FICCI for their active role in making this event possible, and I hope we would endeavor to make this, if not a biennial, but an annual event. Thank you.